I'm ready when you. Good morning and welcome to our feed of the Global Cricket Tournament. My name is Jenna Sill and I'm joined by Ken Borland. And we're bringing you live coverage and commentary of the Global Cricket Tournament, sponsored by John Deere, John Doe, Koi, Renault Centurion, the Baron Bar and Grill, and IXU. For the first game of the day, we have the Fidelity Titans playing against the DP World Lions women's team. The Titans won the toss and elected to bowl first.
Morning, Jenna. Morning, listeners.
First up, Paulina Mashishi for the Titans, and straight off crashes into the pads of the opening batter of the Lions, Neo Molefi.
Yeah, Mashishi opened the bowling yesterday as well for the Fidelity Titans. Bowled a very tidy first over, and I think bowled the first over at the end of the power play as well.
Yeah, and she goes there with a wide. Change in keeper for the Fidelity Titans today. Akari Nishimura replacing Simone Lawrence. I think they're going one game each as they move forward in the tournament. And that's more what we expect from Mashishi. That consistent dot ball delivery.
And very different weather this morning compared to yesterday morning. It's pretty overcast here in Irene. I fancy the sun is trying to burn through though, so it might clear up a bit. But yesterday we had really bright blue skies in the morning.
Yeah, it was a scorcher of a day yesterday. And then unfortunately a little bit of lightning and thunder that called the game between the Fidelity Titans and the Eastern Storm. Reduced the second innings to just 8 overs, and the Titans had to chase 61, which they did successfully. Mashishi just allowing that single off the last ball of the over, second last ball of the over, just to rotate the strike and keep Neo Molefi on strike.
Yeah, the Titans getting a bonus point win yesterday. The Lions lost to the Eastern Storm, so this is an important game for the DP World Lions. They'll want to get onto the winning trail as soon as possible.
Yeah, you would think that they would come out hard in this game against the Titans, as Mashishi just closes off her over with another dot ball, so that will be 5 for the over, 2 from it with a wide and the single. And as we were saying that we thought the Lions would come out hard. Yesterday they opened the batting with a big hitter in the form of Robin Dormel, and today they've gone with 2 players who are better known to be strike rotators. Of course they can hit the bad ball for boundary. So they're not coming out as hard as I thought they would today. Of course Rosina Manak is opening with Neo Molefi. To start as she did yesterday in the bowling innings between the Titans and Easterns, Kaylee Tapp from the clubhouse end.
Yeah, Neo Molefi is fresh off for innings of 175 not out in a 50 over game for the triumphant Lions under 16 side in Pietermaritzburg. So she clearly can score quickly
can.
And I'm pretty sure there were a lot of boundaries in that innings.
Yeah, in that tournament she got back-to-back hundreds, that big one, and then she got a 109 not out in the second game. She is definitely a talent as she looks to pull that across the line, but Kaylee Tapp tight on that length, not giving her lots of room to free the arms.
Yeah, Molefi was named Player of the Week in Pietermaritzburg. So her confidence will be high.
Yeah, she is a talent. She scores a lot of runs at club level in the Lions Club League as well as in the Lions School League. She is obviously still under 16, so she does play for Dobsonville in both those formats. And she frees the hands there, gets the outside half of the bat, and that beats a point to the left of Tiani van der Hevel. He is in for Christel van der Schyff today. And that races away for 4, Neo Molefi. First boundary of the day.
Yeah, lovely shot by Molefi. She's got a bit of an open stance and just doesn't get all the way across, which is not a bad thing, and leaves herself able to free the arms beautifully through square on the offside. What lovely timing there.
Tap gives that wide line out again. And this time, Mona Lisa Lechodi, the young seam bowler for the Titans, collects that out at third man. They get through for a single just to give you a run around of the field. Third man, the only player out on the boundary. We have 1.5 slip in place, point, cover, extra cover, mid off, mid on, mid wicket, and square leg in play.
We saw yesterday that Kaylee Tapp is pretty controlled, likes the ball just outside that off stump. That's her line, and she's got a slip in place as well, so she'll no doubt be plugging that area again.
Yeah, and she does just that. I'm enjoying that length that she's bowling on that off stump line, the first ball and of course this fourth one. It seems short, so the players want to go across the line, but then they are kind of squeezed in towards the body.
Exactly, and Kaylee Tapp's quite tall, so she gets a bit of extra bounce. And you could just see that attempted pull shot from Manak. It was very cramped. She couldn't get much timing on it.
Yeah, that's a really nice line and length there from Tap. And of course, Lesedi Madisha in for the Namibian International today from yesterday's game. She's fielding at mid-wicket, doing the fielding work there, preventing the run from being scored. 1 ball left in the over, just 5 from it. And the Titans choosing to keep the field set the same as it has been for all 5 previous balls. Giving that width and teasing Rosina Manak outside that off stump, but she's unable to connect, and that closes off the second over. Just 5 from Kaylee Taps, and a successful one, I think.
Yeah, good start by the Fidelity Titans. 7 runs off the first 2 overs. Rosina Manak, we saw her make her senior Lions debut earlier this season, if I'm not mistaken, against Western Province.
Yeah.
And she hung in there for a long time. She was facing a really high quality attack. Lions were in trouble. It was a daunting situation for her. She didn't get a lot of runs, but she impressed with her tenacity and her determination to hang in there. She'll presumably feel a bit more comfortable here.
Full toss, and it's played over mid-wicket, but Simone Lawrence out at cow corner collects that and allows just the one. Yeah, just a little bit on Rosina Manak in that game, her debut for the Lions team, 18 of 39, and the wickets were falling around her. She was not out, as you said, Ken, in that game. So, yeah, a little bit of confidence. She hasn't played in that Lions team since then, but I think the senior players returned from injury, and she wasn't given another opportunity. But if she consistently continues to score runs at club level, I'm sure she will be given some more game time. Full toss again from Mashishi, and it will get 1 bounce out to the youngster Simone Lawrence, and just allowing that single to get through.
Yeah, the fact that Manak is playing in this tournament shows that she's still very much on the minds of the Lions selectors.
Yeah, that's a better line and length there from Mashishi. 2 full tosses in the over, unlike her. Yeah, much better. Yeah, so Robin Saul has done something quite sweet with this Fidelity Titans team in this tournament. They have 3 fluffy toys, I guess you could call them, that she got at a charity shop in the week last week, or dotted out again, and they're little elephants, which I think they're quite cute elephants actually. You could probably see them on the social media of the players, and they're given each day to the best batter, the best bowler, and the best fielder, and selected by their own teammates, not necessarily on stats, as they allow the Lions players just to get through for that single out to long on. And Paulina Mashishi won the bowling elephant yesterday, and she needs to give it away even if she has the best stats in today's game to another player. And of course Gandhi Jafta did get the 2 wickets for the Titans yesterday, but the team felt that Mashishi's energy up front with the ball was a little bit more valuable for the team. And then Katie Pryor won the batting elephant, and Amogelang won the fielding one. She was so excellent in the field yesterday. She got the the wicket of Mpumelelo Mashluwane, as well as a brilliant stop on the boundary. She definitely saved 2 runs with that stop.
Yeah, I remember we were all very impressed with Mapangula's fielding. So quick across the ground, a real athlete. And I think she also definitely hit the shot of the day, that towering 6 straight back over our heads towards the end of the game against Easterns.
Yeah, that 6 was massive, as Kaylee Tapp just shows how good she is as beating the bat outside the off stump.
Again, that bit of extra bounce that got a bit big on Neo Molefe there.
Yeah, Kaylee Tapp's experience seems a lot more comfortable today, especially in these conditions, these overcast conditions, which are ideal for seamers who have a lot of skill to move the ball off the seam. And she's doing just that, seaming off the wicket, away from the right-hander, through to the Japanese international keeper. And yeah, that's a stock standard delivery.
Yeah, there were a few players yesterday who maybe showed a bit of rust, and it can be forgiven because the last time there was any sort of women's provincial cricket was on December 3rd. So understandable that maybe they just need to settle into their best match fitness.
Tap beating that outside edge again. And Robin Searle at extra cover is sneaking in towards the batter there, closing the angle. And we saw quite a big gap yesterday, especially when Paulina Mashishi was bowling between extra cover and cover. But with Amogelang Mapangula at cover point today, she is quite fast, and I'm sure that gap won't seem as big today with her in that position.
I'd be tempted to have a slip the way things are going.
Yeah, definitely. Gully is in place as Tap beats that outside edge again. Katie Pryor, we were talking about her yesterday, 23 runs off 12 balls. She really accelerated up front, but she has really good hands, so she's definitely one of the players in this team who I definitely would trust the most in the slip cordon.
Her and Robin Searle opening the batting really batted with a tremendous intent at the top of the Titans innings.
And as you said it, Mr. Ken Borland, Katie Pryor moves from gully into like a second, maybe third slip, between second and third. Kaylee Tapp, 2 balls left in the over, looking for that outside edge. Unable to find it, and I think there might be a little bit of chirping going on in the middle. We don't have the stump mark with us today, and if we did, I'm sure we would be hearing a chirp or two. It's round and it's white. I'm sure that's what they would be saying to Neo Molefe.
Shall I put bells on it for you? Yeah, wonderful bowling though by Kaylee Tapp. This really is some masterful away swing bowling.
And a field change. Amogelang Mapangula goes out to that cover sweeper position. One ball left in the over, trying to force the batter to push into that gap on the offside. Oh, a little bit too straight. Kaylee Tapp strays from that beautiful line, and it's played across the line. Tiani van der Heevel on chase, and she collects it before it crosses the rope. 2 from the over, and a very successful over at that.
And I'm sure Kaylee Tapp will be filthy with herself though for just ruining the over a little bit with that ball sliding onto the pads. It was such a good over, and they dropped the protection back on the cover sweeper just to protect the boundary. And as so often happens, onto the leg side it goes. Yeah,
and I'm sure they would have wanted Neo Molefe to keep strike on the other end for the over that will be bowled by the player in for the Namibian international, Lesedi Madisha. She a youngster, part of the under 19 team, and she was part of the SA Phillies team in the under 19 week in 2023. She's got a lot of talent. She has been earmarked by Titans as one of the players who could potentially be part of a squad for the next SA Under 19 World Cup, as her age and does qualify for that. 2 fielders out on the boundary for the power play. Fine leg in the form of Gandhi Jafta. And Paulina Mashishi out at third man. Everybody else in the ring. Standard for 3. And big slash of the bat by Rosina Manak, and that beats point to the left, and that'll race away from 4, releasing pressure.
Yeah, I think first ball of the match, you're bowling, you'd rather be too full than too short. But that was pretty well put away by Manak. Very full, very wide outside off stump, but she managed to get back to it and through the gap.
Just opened the face really nicely, and Manak will be pleased with that. Her strike rate not too bad, 5 off 7. Too full again, but this time a lower full toss, a fumble in the field, and they come through for a quick single. Perhaps the direct hit would have been out, and no ball is called by umpire Macheke.
It's all happening, and not in a good way for the Titans at the moment. Misfields, no balls, free hit coming up. They are allowed to change the field though, because Molefe is now on strike.
Yeah, so cow corner goes out, so no mid wicket in play. Fine leg comes up to a short fine leg. Third man still out on the boundary. Oh, crashing into the pads of Molefe, but of course no appeal would get anything for the free hit.
Wobbled around a bit, that delivery. Definitely some swing for Medisha. She'll want to repeat that.
Yeah, she definitely will. Yeah, she's got a lot of talent. She's capable of doing good things with the ball, but she does have really good days and then often some poor ones. And it's airborne. Opens up the face, does Neo Molefe, and a couple of bounces to the boundary. That's another 4 for the over. Medisha not off to the best start.
Yeah, just over pitching. Just can't quite bring it back a bit. You would rather she bowls fuller than shorter, but it's just a bit too full at the moment and chipped over the covers by Molefe.
Yeah, wonderful shot we saw on that replay. She just opened the blade of the bat and knew exactly how hard to hit it, just to chip it over the head of the inner ring on the offside. And we're seeing senior player Kaylee Tapp, senior bowler, and I'm sure mentor to the young pace bowlers in the team. Just have a chat with Lesedi Medisha, brings third man up into the ring, cover sweeper Amogelang Mapangula goes out to the boundary. That's better from Medisha, but without a mid-wicket in play, that does allow the single to happen. It's Catherine Pryor just comes around there from mid-on to collect that.
Yeah, again, a little bit of shape into the right-hander there. You want to encourage her, trying to get some swing, so you want her to bowl on the fuller side. Just a question of getting it in that right spot.
Yeah, it's up and over, but with cover sweeper out, just a couple of bounces to her. They go for the second run. There's a chance at a run out, and it was a very good throw from the boundary. Mapangula, wonderful arm there, gets it in without a bounce.
Fantastic throw by Mapangula. Medisha didn't have to move an inch behind the stumps, but Molefe was quick to get back.
Yeah, and good running from the Lions players out in the middle. Ran the first run hard, turned quickly, and was sure about the second. Oh, that swing crashes into the pads of Manak. There's a bit of an appeal, but definitely swinging into the right-handed batter. That'll bring up the end of the over from the young Titans player. The score 25 for none after 5.
Yeah, Medisha went for a few runs in that over, but I don't think she bowled that badly. You can see why she's considered such a promising bowler. There's definitely something there. Nice smooth action, getting some swing. Definitely more of a swing day today than it was yesterday morning.
Yeah, the conditions definitely favouring the bowling team at the moment. Of course, Titans won the toss and elected to bowl first. So Robin saw 2 out of 2 tosses so far. Karen Smithies walked past us this morning and said she's one of the best tossers in the game at the moment. Oh, tap that beautiful line outside the off stump again. She's asking lots of questions from the Lions batters.
Yeah, it's going to be a great privilege for us after the first 10 overs to have former England World Cup winning captain Karen Smithies on air with us commentating, and no doubt you'll be getting a few more tastes of her wonderful sense of humour, but obviously also her great knowledge of the game. Came to South Africa a few years after winning the World Cup with England as captain, and has been a great contributor to women's cricket in South Africa.
Goes on the big drive, and that's a wonderful cricket shot. It was in the air for a little while, but perfectly placed in the gap. And Robin Searle will be disappointed that she was so tight in. I think had she been a little bit further back on the inner ring, there would have been a chance for a wicket, for a catch. They had extra cover, but brilliantly played by Neo Molefe.
Yeah, she's timing it sweetly, certainly. She just kind of chipped that over the covers, but it raced away.
And Robin Searle has pushed herself back onto that ring at extra cover. Kaylee Tapp looking to beat that outside edge. Makes contact with it, but Mona Lisa Lechodi out at third man collects it for one. Another good throw from the boundary without the bounce into the keeper.
Some good strong arms in this Titans team. And last over of the power play, this is turning into a very good start for the Lions. They've played and missed a lot. The first couple of overs, the bowlers held sway, but it just shows the patience. Hang in there and get yourself in, and the tide will turn.
Yeah, they didn't have to do anything crazy as Rezina Manak goes over mid-wicket. Mashishi on chase and she collects it. But again, good running from the Lions team, and good intent shown by Rezina Manak.
Yeah, she opened that front leg. She identified the length that she could get under it and gave it a big wallop.
Yeah, she's not the strongest or biggest hitter of the ball in the game, but she definitely gave it a good shot there. Just teasing that wide line on the offside, Kaylee Tapp. We saw her do that yesterday, and she did have 50-50 kind of success rate with that line. She did bowl 2 wides in her spell when she was trying to bowl that wide outside the off-stump line. But successful so far today with that one.
Yeah, she's enjoying better control, I think, this morning than yesterday.
Yeah, big smile on her face too as she walked back to her mark. Yeah, playing with that line again, but little to no bounce there. And the pitch is looking a little bit too paced, isn't it?
Yeah, we saw the odd one keep a little low yesterday, so it'll be interesting to keep track of that today. But Kaylee Tapp has really done a great job in this power play, 3 overs for 14 runs. I imagine she'll keep one in the bank maybe for a little later.
Yeah, potentially, for sure. And with the extra bowler in today, Tiani van der Heevel, she has bowled at senior level. Mona Lisa Lechodi still has all 4 her overs. We saw her bowl yesterday, and she almost picked up a wicket. Kaylee Tapp dropped Alicia Rudolph out at long on early on in Lechodi's second or first over yesterday. So she was kind of successful, even though the stats don't show it.
Yeah, Gandhi Jafta in her bright orange boots. Scourge of umpires all around the league.
Yeah, she's joined top of the leading wicket takers with 4 other people, with 2 wickets to her name in her 3 overs in yesterday's game. She dots the first one out. She gets a bit more spin than Paulina Mashishi does. You see both bowling off spin, both turning the ball in towards the right-handed batter. Mashishi's consistency there, I think, it gives her a bit of an up. Yeah, that's good from Gandhi Jafta. With soft hands, there's a chance at a run out, but Kaylee Tapp choosing to go on the overarm there. I think maybe the underarm throw would have been slightly more successful, but very good running there by the Lions.
Yeah, tap and go, good understanding between the 2 batters. Manak was straight out of the blocks.
Looking for that quick single again. This time Mona Lisa Lechodi quick to the ball from a short 45 position. Yeah, that was a decent piece of fielding.
You get the feeling that Paulina Mashishi, who bowled previously from the den, relies a bit more on flight, whereas Gandhi Jafta, you can see she's trying to get something out of the pitch. She's trying to get purchase there.
Crashes into the pad, asking the umpire, but umpire Macheke having none of it.
Gandhi Jafta's down on the knee, imploring Vinolia Macheke. I think it was missing off stump. Let's look at the replay. Outside the line, I think.
Yeah, outside the line. Yeah, she definitely asked the question a couple of times. Quite disappointed that the decision was not out. Crashing into the pads again. And again, Vinolia Macheke shaking the head. But Titans definitely in the minds of the Lions batters.
Yeah, what Manak is doing well is getting outside the line of off stump. So if she does miss, she can't be given out LBW playing a shot.
Yeah, field change. Gandhi Jafta sends square leg out onto the boundary. So 3 players out on the boundary, deep square, cow corner, and cover sweeper, just protecting that sweep shot. But Manak choosing not to sweep again as she hasn't been successful. None from 2 on that sweep, and ends off the over with a dot. A really brilliant over from Gandhi Jafta. No wickets, but just that 1 run and those 5 dot balls will be very valuable for her team.
Excellent over here from Gandhi Jafta, and you get a feeling that spin is going to play quite a big role in these remaining overs.
Yeah, definitely. We saw the Eastern spinners be really successful yesterday. Ashley van Wyk, Leandre Bentley, as well as Alicia Rudolph. Very economical, slow bowlers who really kind of force the batters to take a second guess whether to go forwards or back. But we're seeing pace from the Fidelity Titans. Mona Lisa Lechodi, a youngster who was part of the SA Under-19 squad at the Under-19 World Cup. She has 3 fielders out on the boundary. Cow corner, long off, as well as cover sweeper. And fine leg. They are looking to change the field a little bit as square leg goes to short third man. No square leg in play, but mid wicket. Kaylee Tapp, the senior bowler and mentor, just helping her set her field.
Always nice to see that. Imparting some wisdom.
Khodi goes wide, but fielded well by Lawrence at point.
Wisdom and encouragement, always so important. Encouragement for young players. Not every day is going to be a good day on the cricket field. You need to keep your chin up often.
Oh, beating that outside edge. I feel like she's going too short and too wide. She does need to get a little bit closer and a bit fuller towards the right-hander. She was lucky, I think, that Molefe didn't make contact on that second ball.
Yeah, agreed. And even that first ball, she was fortunate because it was hit hard. Yeah. But straight to the fielder.
Yeah, that's better from Lechodi, but beating the skipper at extra cover, they'll just get 1 as the lightning fast boots of Amacholang Mapangula collect that just for that single. Yeah, Lechodi, such an exciting talent for the Titans. I think her run-up is so unique. Her elbows quite far away from her body when she runs in. Brilliant fielding by Catherine Pryor. And she's almost at like a gully rather than a short third man position. Just diving to the right there.
Or a very backward point.
Yeah, very backward point.
So very much sort of in between position.
Deep gully, could we call it?
Yeah, you could as well.
Deep
yeah.
gully.
We'll have to ask Robin Searle what she calls it when she sends Catherine there.
That's the line and length. That's brilliant from Lechodi. Just teasing that outside edge of Rosina Manak.
Yeah, get them on the front foot rather than playing off the back foot.
Yeah, we've seen the Fidelity Titans Pacers nice and successful from this end. Kaylee Tapp asking a lot of questions outside the off stump, and Lechodi doing the same now. Using the newish ball to the most that they can. Crashes into the pad. There's a bit of an appeal from point, but Lechodi didn't even turn back on the appeal there. And that'll bring up the end of the over. A very good one from the youngster from the Fidelity Titans.
Probably shaping down leg a bit. The wind is blowing as Lechodi was bowling there. It was blowing from left to right, so towards the leg side.
Yeah, sometimes as a batter, I don't always think about the wind, but certainly as a bowler you do.
Yeah, and with T20 becoming bigger and bigger, batters thinking about the wind is becoming a big thing as well. Not trying to hit too long boundaries into the wind, that sort of thing. Hitting with the wind, and just another thing captains have to think about as well in their field placings and bowling changes.
Yeah, it definitely does add an extra dimension into the game. Deep square, cow corner, cover sweeper, Gandhi Jafta. Hits hard. Cow corner will have to work hard, but she's unable to cut it off. That was a very good cricket shot by Molefe. She just pulled it across the line and found the gap perfectly.
Fantastic strike. She really has such power and placement. I mean, it's really just a short arm little flick, as you see there.
Yeah.
But that came off the bat with a wonderful crack and raced to the fence.
Yeah, there was water that came on before this over, and I'm sure that the message from the side from the coaching panel was to accelerate a little bit as they go closer to the middle of the innings. She goes again this time. There's a chance for a catch, but drops short of cow corner. A dive and, well recovered by Paulina Mashishi as Mapangula missed it completely. But very good backing up by the Titans.
Yeah, I think the ball maybe spun a bit off the turf there, and Mashishi supporting her colleague very well there. Good for her for backing up Mapulang, even though she is such a good fielder.
Yeah, that's a better ball. That off-stump line will, I think, be more successful. As we've seen, Molefe be so good across the line when it's pitching on middle and turning to leg stump. But if she can get it outside that off-stump line, she'll force that to happen. And that's a better successful catch there that Kaylee Tapp was able to take at extra cover. She dropped one yesterday, but making no mistake today, and the first wicket of the day, getting it on that off stump line, forcing the drive on the up from Molefe, and that's brilliant from the Fidelity Titans.
Yeah, very sharp catch by Kaylee Tapp at the shortish cover, much harder than the one she put down yesterday. That was good reflexes, moved sharply to her right. And the Lions lose their first wicket, and I think you mentioned accelerating a bit, and rightly so, because the overs are ticking by, and even though it was a good opening stand, it hasn't really accelerated. They haven't really boosted the run rate as much as they would have liked, and as soon as Molefe has tried to up the tempo, she's out. So it's almost like a double blow for the Lions.
Yeah, it definitely is, but the capable Lions are in the capable hands of Robin Dormal, who is very capable of hitting a long ball. She comes to the crease to join her teammate Rosina Manak. And I used to play junior cricket with Robin Dormal. We both grew up playing for the Lions, and we batted very well together. We didn't like each other very much, and I think that's why we were so good together. It's kind of like who can score the most runs between the two of us, and that's why we were successful. But she does have a lot of talent. She took a bit of a break from cricket over the last couple of years. She had to play for Easterns as a junior at under 19 level because the borders of provincial cricket changed, and then she had a club season at the Titans, and now after a 2-year break she's returned to the Lions to play cricket. Gandhi Jafta outside the off stump, and Dormal just tickles that out to a vacant third man region, and she gets off the mark with a very convincing shot for 2.
Yeah, very nice way to get off the mark. Very confident shot. Delicate touch.
Yeah, she's a very clever cricketer. She plays a hard game of cricket. She loves what she does, and I do have a lot of respect for the way she goes about her game. Just defended out. Robin Saul potentially could have cut that one off with a little slide to the left, choosing to chase it. Perhaps allowing the strike to rotate to get the new double before her wicket. Mona Lisa Lechodi to continue from the clubhouse end.
So the Lions' run rate has dropped to below 5 and over now, whereas through much of the power play they were over 5.
Lechodi will be looking to beat the outside edge of the right-hander Dormal again, as she did in her first over. Squeezing her up, crashing into the pads, and that'll be the end of Robin Dormal. Mona Lisa Lechodi with a breakthrough there, and unfortunately Robin Dormal unable to put any runs more than 3 on the scoreboard. 3 of 2.
Yeah, it kept a little low, but Dormal was on the back foot, and she could have come forward to that one, and with a bit of movement and not bouncing as high as she expected, I'm afraid she was pretty plumb there. So Lechodi rewarded for bowling wicket to wicket.
Yeah, she was, and we saw in Lechodi's first over she was seaming the ball away from the right-hander and coming straight into Dormal with movement in towards Robin Dormal.
Yeah, last ball of the previous over came in, so she's showing that she can move it both ways.
Yeah, definitely a lot of talent and skill behind the ball. Gandhi Jafta and Mona Lisa Lechodi just holding hands, showing how much love they have for each other in the team. And I'm sure at the end of the over, when Kaz comes in to commentate, she can maybe speak a little bit about how the environment in the Titans team has improved so much over the past season and a half. From the outside, it definitely looks like a really inviting, comfortable team environment that they've been able to create. So
I think part of that is also because they are treated as professionals, given the same perks as the men's side, treated on an equal basis, and that can only, improve morale, and can only really make them really want to play hard for the Titans badge.
Yeah, they all do play with a lot of heart, and I do agree that they are being treated well by the union. Oh, some really nice bounce there as Lechodi bowls to the new batter Samantha Swanepoel at the crease.
Yeah, Lechodi again moving the ball around, varying her length. That time a bit shorter.
Yeah, again with that in-seam movement off the wicket towards the right-hander. There is a fielder out at deep mid-wicket, and Modisha doing really hard work out on the boundary there. She had to cover a lot of ground, but the youngster collects the ball and only allows the Lions to go through for 2. It was a really good piece of fielding.
Nicely struck by Swanepoel, good timing.
Yeah, she found the gap nicely with no square leg in play. Just that deep mid-wicket as well as mid-wicket. Kaylee Tuck in the ring, and then a short 45, Tiani van der Heevel behind square on the leg side. She found the gap nicely. Oh, brilliant bounce there, and in-seam movement from Lechodi, and that's really good from the youngster.
Excellent comeback by Lechodi. All through into the 10th over now, but all through this innings, there really haven't been that many deliveries down the leg side and so it's allowed the Titans to set a strong offside field, and the bowlers are bowling to it, and that's why the run rate is quite a lot below 5 to the over at the moment.
Yeah, they're definitely bowling to their fields as there's a lofted cover drive, but a good piece of fielding by Jafta out in the deep, but the Lions are able to come through for 2, and it's definitely saving 2 runs there on the boundary, Gandhi Jafta.
Yeah, the fielding has been pretty good as well, the ground fielding, good athletes quick across the field, some good arms we've seen as well.
Yeah, and that was actually a really nice shot by Samantha Swanepoel, identifying where the space was on the field and choosing to go over cover, which is not an easy shot to play. Goes towards the leg side, and a well-placed fielder backward of square. Van der Hevel collects that and gets it in, and that'll be the end of our commentary stint. Thank you, Ken Borland, and we will be replaced by Emma Fenter and Corin Smithies.
We are always thinking of new ways to make our systems smarter, easier and faster. And while we drive innovation, we still believe in the value of face-to-face.
Thank you very much, Jenna and Ken.
Meeting you around your day.
Emma, good morning.
Getting to know
Good morning,
your
everyone at
business,
home. I hope you all
challenges
had a great day
and
yesterday
ambitions,
watching some cricket. I know we
and
did
finding
in the commentary
personalized
box.
solutions.
We're sad to see that the Titans couldn't bat out their full T20, but hopefully today we can get a performance just like yesterday. Because from the commentary box, it looked like we're watching a highlights package. I can't wait for them to recreate that.
Yeah, it's a nice tidy start really from the Titans this morning.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Lions have had a slow start. It's unfortunate that they've lost 2 of their key wickets. I think Naomi Molefe was looking good at the crease. She was putting away the bad balls, and as a coach, it's nice to see your batsmen putting away the bad balls. But I think they've just lacked strike rotation throughout the game.
Yeah, for sure. I was impressed actually, Emma, with Neo Molefe. I think she, for a 16-year-old, batted really nicely. The 28 off 33 balls. But a steady start by the Lions. Nicely bowled by Gandhi Jafta again. She's currently into her 3rd over.
I think these next 10 overs will definitely determine whether or not the Lions lose or win. But I'm hoping they can pick up the pace because it's nice to watch a bit of action cricket.
Gandhi Jafta again. It's nicely tittled away down to the 3rd man vacant area by Samantha Swanepoel. Samantha Swanepoel coming in today at number 4. Yesterday she came in at number 8, so she's been elevated up the order.
I think it's a smart change by the Lions manager and coach, because I bat with Sam at club cricket and she's a very good strike rotator and she's a clever batsman.
Looks like she can hit a ball, Emma.
That is true.
Again, nicely bowled by Gandhi Jafta, not giving much away. But you know, with 9 overs to go, they've got to start looking to up the run rate from here on in. Currently going around 5 and over, just the 2 wickets down.
No, definitely. The Lions, in my opinion, they had quite a good power play. It was sad to see Naya go because I think if she still stayed in, it would have been a completely different score. Maybe sitting at around 70 now.
Yeah, but I think credit to the Titans bowling as well, I think. They've kept it nice and tight. Pulled away there on the leg side. Chased down there by Mona Lisa in the field and managed to keep it to 2. It's the end of the 11th over and the Lions are 51 for 2.
No, the Titans have definitely bowled well. I would like to see a bit more pace because it is a bit overcast here at Irene Country Club. And with this overcast weather, the ball just swings left and right. And to just put a slip in and maybe get a few more wickets, because I don't think the ball's damaged enough to stop swinging.
Yeah, I just had a chat with the Titans coach, Byron Fraser, and his message to the Titans out there was anything below 5 and over he's happy with. And in fact, just in the 11 overs so far, there's been 3 overs really that have gone above that 5 and over. So they are keeping it tight. They're listening to the coach's instruction, which is always a good sign. But all in all, a nice tidy performance from them so far. Mona Lisa Lagodi coming into a 3rd over.
Yeah, I
think for her.
I think it's smart from the coach because the Titans are just bowling great lines and lengths, and they're bowling to their field. There's been a few misfields that I'm yet to see actually. There was a great catch by Kaylee Tapp in the covers.
Tried to up the unrate, but unfortunately couldn't get hold of it, and it just neatly lobbed up to Robin Searle there, coming in to take the catch. Nice and easy catch for the captain, Robin Searle. Samantha Swanepoel has to go.
No, it's a bit of a commentator's curse to speak about a catch and the next wicket falls straight in the hands of Robin Searle, the skipper. She'll be disappointing in that one, Sam.
Yeah, she just tried to get some momentum going and only managed to score the 5 runs. After 11.2, it's 51 for 3. Great tournament this is, Emma.
I'm so excited and I can't wait to watch teams chase down big totals. I think that's what I'm most excited about. Like to see a team chase down like 180 plus, oh, it'd be thrilling.
I think yesterday's top score is 130, wasn't it?
Yeah, made
by the Easterns. But what an opportunity for all these players. A lot of youngsters, actually, in all of the 3 sides, to play in this competition, to play with international players as well.
And that's the chat me and Jenna had yesterday, to step onto a field with international players. Like, it's a different type of experience that not many players get to experience, and to come out here and speak to them and have that mentorship role and to just chat to them about like what their lives consist of, it's something that these players will go home smiling about.
And they're catching their dreams, Emma.
Yep.
Now, but it's a wonderful initiative by Titans Cricket, Dr. Jacques Fall. Hope it just goes from strength to strength from here on in.
I think the Eastern Storm are gonna bring out the big guns today, because with Elisha Rudolph batting, she's so fun to watch. She just does, bad balls get punished, and it's so good to watch. But I can't wait for the Titans ladies to bat. Robin Searle and Katie Pry put on a show yesterday.
They really did. Looked in good touch. Mona Lisa Lagodi still going through her work, keeping it nice and tight.
The new batsman at the crease, Latabo Betty, I played club cricket with her and provincial cricket, and she's also an aggressive batsman. She likes to keep the clock ticking, but I think with the Titans, great lines and lengths, it's not looking too good right now.
Another youngster, just 17 years of age.
It's just nothing you can do about a ball like that.
No, absolutely. Little glimpse there of looking probably to rotate the strike, but the field was in tight, was aware of that.
And I said before, I think that's what the Lions are lacking right about now, is just strike rotation. Because then it gets to the point where you look at it and you're like, we have 4 overs left and we've made no runs, now we need to hit big. And then that's how you lose wickets.
Yeah, nicely bowled again. Mona Lisa Lagodi bowling to a field.
Great over from her, just one from it.
It's the end of the 12th over, 51 for 3. The DP World Lions.
Realistically, what do you think they should look at as a target at this current stage?
Yeah, look, from here there's 8 overs to go, 5, 6 and over, 48. You know, that's not even going to get them to 100, which I don't think is nowhere near enough.
No, not at all. Especially like we said yesterday with the performances we saw at the crease yesterday. You know, they're all coming off great form, and to chase 90, I think they could do it in 10 overs.
Yeah, I think Rosina Manek here, she's been in from the beginning. She's scoring really a 50% strike rate, so it's over to her now to see this innings through. Again, Gandhi Jafta, a misfield there by Kaylee Tapp, and another misfield in the deep.
It's a bit disappointing from the Titans because they've been on top of the ball the whole game. I've seen a few misfields, but that's about it. But to go through two players, it's a bit unfortunate. I think coach he has his head in his hands.
Nicely swept there by Rosina Manek. Looking to push for two, but Rosina Manek not interested in that.
It was a good shot from her.
Yeah, good contact. Just the two sweepers there on the leg side field, deep square leg, deep mid wicket for the off spinner.
It's the ideal field for an off spinner. Save the bunch, you get the single.
A little too short there from Gandhi Jafta, but the new batsman, Litaba Bidi, didn't really get hold of it, but just managed to get it through for a single. Paulina Mashishi there, coming in on the square leg boundary.
At least now for this over, the Lions are trying to get the run rate back up.
Bit of a false start there from Gandhi Jafta. Yeah, 4 runs off the first 3 balls. I guess it's a good start to the over. You've just got to look for that one boundary and over, I think, from here on in.
I think if they can try and get the score just over 110, I think they might have a chance.
But then they'll have to take wickets early up front.
Then they'd also have to bowl like how the Titans have been bowling. They can't give away freebies the whole game.
Third time lucky for Gandhi Jafta. Neatly pushed away. That's very close, and it's a run out.
Great
Direct
throw.
it there from Katie Pryor. She made amends for that early mistake in the over, but this time picked it up cleanly, direct it, and Rosina Manek has to go. She's run out.
Bit unfortunate running yourself out, but it was such a stunning throw from Katie Pryor.
Yeah, she was looking to up the ante a little bit. We've just been saying that it's over to her, really. She's been in the all innings, and really now she must take the innings through, but unfortunately not to be. Great piece of fielding there by Katie Pryor. She's gone for 16 runs.
Also great bowling from the Titans, because now we can see that the Lions are crumbling under pressure. They know they've dotted it up a few times. Now they're trying to get the runs back up again, and it just creates more chances for the Titans, and they're not going to miss out on those chances.
Yeah, and I like this field really from the captain, Robin Searle. Kaylee Tapp there, but she's got a tightish ring, I guess. Well, just 3 in that ring on the offside.
Yeah, Robin, I don't think she wants to give away runs. She wants to stop them.
That's a really nice shot there by Bidley. Sorry. A little short cutaway. Coming back for the third.
Oh. It's good running from the Lions.
So Jenna Lee Lubber is a wild card. Another 16-year-old.
Yeah. Between Lions and Easterns, I think they're very young teams.
Yeah, and 2 new batsmen relatively now at the crease, which is what the Titans would have wanted. A great spell there by Gandhi Jafta. Change of bowling, Tiani van der Heuvel. I hope I've pronounced that right. She does tell me off from time to time for pronouncing her name incorrectly. So Gandhi Jafta finishing her 4 overs on the reel. Managed to pick up the 1 wicket for 21 runs. A good return for her today. Oh. Again on the mark. On the mark. First ball for Tiani. Managed to get an edge. Gone through that vacant slip area. Coming back for the third. Maybe a case there for the captain to put somebody in there first up. A new batsman at the crease. Opportunity just to have a look. That third man also is really in the circle, is not deep, so that's quite a...
And so quite wide.
Yes, and she's actually moving the third man back now. Back to the boundary. So protecting that area.
I think the bit of the rain that we had yesterday made the outfield a tad slow. Because I think in yesterday's case that might have been a 4. But they still got 3 from it.
Oh, wide delivery there by Tiani. Quarter wide.
I think that's the first wide we've seen today.
Yeah, very disciplined display by the Titans bowling attack. Again, finds the edge. Running away to the deep third man just for the single.
Big arm in from the boundary there.
Angling down the leg side there. Slight appeal, but was never going to get that.
Got an appeal from square leg. You can see all the angles from there.
Could have been out from the square leg area. Jenna, our fellow commentators, just passed me a bit of info that there actually been 5 extras today, Emma.
Oh.
3 no balls and 2 wides. It's a great shot there. Got hold of that one. It's for the first maximum
Of the day.
was it of the day.
That was a cracker shot. That came right out the middle of the bat. She picked the length up and the line up perfectly. Straight over Carl Corner's head. What more could you
That's
want?
a great hit there. Really great hit. It's what's needed by the DP World Lions.
This is much better batting from them. We can see that they're trying to pick up the intensity, trying to rotate strike. Maybe 110 is looking good for them right about now.
Yeah, they're certainly looking to get over that 100 mark. This time, it's wide on the offside.
I think there was a bit of a nick there and let down by the keeper. I could be mistaken. We unfortunately don't have the stump mark up. But by the reactions on the field, I think there might have been a slight faint edge.
Yes, Akari Ishimura, the international from Japan, behind the stumps.
Yeah,
Much better line and length there from Tiani van der Heuvel. But Akari was in the field yesterday. She was not too comfortable in the field, but today she's back behind the stumps where she wants to be. It's the end of the 14th over. The DP World Lions are 69 for 4.
yeah, it's a bit unfortunate to get hit for a 6 and just get let down by your team the right ball after.
It's like Paulina Mashishi coming back into the attack. Paulina has actually been a revelation, I feel, for the Titans so far this season. She's actually picked up 15 wickets in the 50 over version of the game, but seems to come on and lucky there to get an edge again down to that
Lions are pushing for 2.
third man area and an
Safe.
easy 2. But Mashishi seems to come on and gets the knack of, she keeps it tight for one, a good economy rate, but also Seems to pick up the wickets.
She hasn't got one today. It would be nice to see her get one.
The first 2 overs today just going for the 5 runs, 2 runs off that first ball. Nicely struck there to mid-on for the quick single. This time no direct hit, so easily through for the single. Back to business for Paulina Mashishi there. She won't be happy with that loose delivery. The 5th ball of the over, but it's the end of the over. 10 coming from it, so a good over there for the DP World
Bowlers and the fielders.
Yeah, they're just going to be looking for that 1 boundary and over. Early on in the over would be good for them. Short ball picked up. Pulled away to the deep mid-wicket boundary just for the single.
Just
But I guess from here you're looking around 7 and 8 and over. 5 overs, 40 runs, so maybe potentially they could get up to that 115, 120 mark.
I think if they can get to 120, they can walk off this field with their heads held high. Because at the start, 90 was looking like a bit of a reach.
Again, short, drifted down the leg side, beautifully pulled away for a boundary, 4 runs.
That was beautifully picked up by Jenna Luba. She saw it early on. She's got in her correct stance and she pumped it over Farnig. Great stuff.
Tiani van der Heuvel missing a line here. Drifting down that leg side.
Robin Sills just come and had a bit of a chat with her.
That's much better. Line and length. Captain Robin Searle there. Just giving the bowler some encouragement.
Yeah, well, this bowler, yeah, she is a young player and sometimes you just need that little bit of reassurance because you come in here, you're a bit nervous.
Beautifully picked up there. Again, on the leg side, looking for possibly 3, but no, just for the 2 runs. Again, a drift on the leg side, but clipped away by Jenna Lee Luba.
Much better intent from the Lions.
Jenna Lee Luba scoring at a 200% strike rate at the moment, so she's come in with the momentum.
Oh.
This time overcompensation, wide on the offside, quarter wide.
That one straying a bit too far outside that wide line.
Again, similar kind of area, looking to get away with that one. But a good over for the DP World line so far. 8 coming off it so far with just the 1 ball to go. Tucked away again on the leg side for a single to finish a good over there for the DP World Lions.
Ended on a high there. Got a single off of it. The boundary. Great over from the Lions.
Yeah, 9 runs from it. 4 overs to go. If they maintain that, then they'll get up to that 120 mark, which I think they may be happy with, considering that, you know, the start and how the innings has progressed.
Yeah, like I said, at one stage they were looking at hitting 90 to get another extra 30 runs. I think they'd be more than happy. And generally, Luba's come in and she's just brought the intent. Letabo Bidley still trying to rotate strike. I think it's a good matchup down at the crease.
Okay, Paula Mashishi coming in for a final over. Not picked up a wicket to date as yet, but going on more or less along that 5 runs per over is an economy rate. Short, wide, missed out.
It's a great ball. I think it was just that one ball that she just left a bit high and gave the the maximum from it. Otherwise she'd be sitting at a great economy right about now.
Again, tighter line there. Unable to get the ball away. 2 dot balls. A little bit more flight this time. But again, unable to pierce that offside field.
Smart from the captain, bring back your senior bowler, let her finish her spell, draw the lines out again.
And that's what she's done really in domestic cricket throughout this season so far. Short, wide. This time it does pierce the fielders there.
Slow.
Through the point region, coming back for an easy 2. Which has actually been quite a Paulina Mashishi a banker for the Titans, for the captain Robin. So
Yeah, to just have someone come in and draw out the overs. What more could you want?
this time short, pulled away to deep mid on. Just the 3 runs off the over so far, 1 ball to go. It's a great over there from Paulina Mashishi, just 3 runs from it.
No, she definitely pulled back from the last over. Ended off 19 for none after 4 overs, which is great in T20. You only have a maximum of 24 balls. So she's just under 6 runs and over.
It's a good partnership between these 2 youngsters. One of them scoring really around 100% strike rate. The other one a little bit more than that.
I think this is what the Lions have needed from the start.
It's just that urgency, wasn't it, at the beginning?
I think after they lost the wicket of Naya, they dried out a bit, and then to see Robin Dormal go was sad, because like we know Robin, she can bat, she can hit a long ball, and I think she's a key player for the Lions.
Kaylee Tapp coming back into the attack. First 4 overs actually, they were 0 for 12. So they had a relative slow start, then picked it up the last 2 overs for the power play. Power play 32 for no wicket after the 6 overs. So a nice and steady start. Short, wide.
Sweeper.
Oh, it's in the air there and to the cover fielder on the boundary.
It's just a bit unfortunate because Kaylee Tapp came in, she opened the bowling, she had a great 3 overs. The batsman was struggling against her and then hasn't gone for a wicket. The first ball over 4th over goes straight in the end. It's just let down by your sweeper.
Amaleng. Afangula down there. The perpetrator on the boundary. Actually one of the best fielders in the Titans setup. Short, wide again. Punched away. Looking for 2. And we'll make the 2 comfortably. Oh, losing a bat in the process.
Needs to go pick that back up, otherwise she can't bat.
But Amaleng, she's a top fielder in this Titans side. Very quick over the ground.
It was scarred.
It was.
But it just slipped right through the hands. I don't think her hands are closed. But unfortunate. I think Kaylee Tapp's a bit disappointed in her teammate on the boundary.
Pulled away beautifully for another maximum.
Also another drop.
A
Drop
in
by the 12th man there. That's why she's 12th man for the day.
Little bit inconsistent in length here from the Titans bowlers at the back end of this innings. Short, wide, short down the leg side, easily dealt with. Another maximum.
It's great batting from Jenna Leela, entertaining her teammates on the side. Coach is smiling from ear to ear.
Little fuller this time. It's where she needs to be. Showing the aggression as well.
I think the bowler and the batsman are having a little bit of words.
Nothing wrong with that, Emma, at all.
Makes the game of
Spice
cricket
it up,
go
spice it
round.
up, huh? Nothing wrong with that. But a much better delivery there from Kaylee Tapp. She's 10 runs off the over so far. Oh, straight to delivery, in the air, punched in the air, down the ground. Okay, Gandhi Jafta coming in, but unable to get to it. But just through for a single. The excitement of that 6-hammer again, we missed the century coming up. 103 for the DP World Lions.
And I think it's great batting from them. These past 4 overs, they're really not going out there and letting a few runs slip. They really want to make the most of it out there. And I think to come off a field and say, oh, but we've let a few runs slip, but these two aren't doing that.
Oh. Innovation there. Trying to lap it over the keeper.
Our international
Get out of
keeper
it.
behind the
Finished off with a
stumps.
dot ball.
International keeper finishing behind the stumps, not letting that one slip through. Would have been a good over for Kaylee Tapp if it wasn't for that 6.
Yeah, 11 coming from it. A little bit of inconsistency there in the length.
Yeah, I think this morning with the overcast weather, the swing, it helped her a lot because you could see the batsmen are struggling. But now I think the ball, with all the 6s and 4s we've been seeing, I think the ball's slightly scruffed up.
This is a nice test for Lesidi Madisha to come back into the attack.
Yeah, she just went for 13 after her first over. Which isn't what she wants in T20 cricket.
Another talented prospect for the Titans. She's just made the SA under-19 schools team. Starts with a full toss. Hit down the ground. Well fielded there. Katie with Simone Lawrence. Just for the single.
Just dropping short of the field, unfortunately.
This time much better. 9 and length from Lesidi. It's a bit of a learning
good start
curve
to
for
the
her.
over. Good start to the over.
Yeah, she's bowling this 19th over. Nicely played there through the offside just for a single.
There was a bit of a discussion in the middle of the wicket between the batsmen. I think Jenna just telling the tie ball, see ball, hit ball, rotate strike, keep the clock ticking, because I think they are trying to reach that 120 mark now. It's possible.
Really nicely bowled there from the youngster Lesidi Madisha.
Jenna Lubber's going to do that and play it into the hands of the keeper. Let's hope she doesn't, because it's entertaining to watch her bat today.
Yeah, she's eyeing up this vacant third man area, isn't she?
It's smart batting from them. You see it's wide open
Wide
gap.
open, yeah.
The closest field is fine leg and point. And Madisha's not a slow bowler, so I think bat on board might roll to the boundary.
This time a little bit straighter, angled down on the leg side. A misfield there by Mona Lisa. Backed up by Amalang Mafangulu.
The
In
Lions
the
come back.
outfield, just keeping it down to 2 runs. Four runs off the over so far. Another good over by the Titans. It's a beautiful delivery to finish up with. A bit of an appeal there from Lesidi Madisha, but umpire Macheki not interested. It's the end of the 19th over. 4 coming from it. It's 107 for 4.
Much better over from Madisha. I think after the first over going for 12 and then this over only going for 4, I think she brought it back really well. Maybe if she started bowling earlier, we could have seen her get a few wickets or 2. But 1 over to come. Hopefully the Lions can reach that 120 mark. 30 needed from 6 balls.
Final over of the innings.
You don't want to look at stats like that and have that person bowled in the last over.
Yeah, given to Mona Lisa Lahodi. Great return there. 3 overs, 2 wickets for 5 runs. And starts off with a very big wide. Jenny Luba and Natalo Beadley. They came together at the score on 55. So they've put on 52 runs in this partnership in 7.7 overs so far. So it's a really good return from them.
Great partnership from the Lions. I think they needed something like this from the start. Oh, fetch.
Wide, managed to get the toe end of the bat, but unfortunately couldn't find the gap.
I think it would have been a
No
smarter
run.
choice for Letaba Betty to leave that one. Let it be a wide, get the extra run. You don't have to do anything.
No, for sure. Stretched out for it, got up the toe under the bat. Unfortunately went straight to the fielder. This time a wide down the leg side. So not consistent in that line in this over at all.
Yeah, it's just a bit inconsistent. Wide's down the offside, down the leg side.
This time again, wide on the offside. Again, possibly lucky to get away with that one. Batsman was not too happy on the wide not given. This time it's a beautiful pulled shot there. Neatly struck for 4 runs.
That was crunched. She stepped across and just threw the kitchen sink at it. That came right out the middle of the bat.
Yeah, and it was short. Down the leg side. Pulled away beautifully.
She picked that one up very nicely. Three balls to go. I think the Lions will look for another 7 runs.
Yep, that must be their target.
And they've done well to achieve it if they do end up getting it.
Just for the single on the offside. 7 runs from the over so far with those 2 wides. Becoming a longish over, still 2 balls to go. Can they make that 120, Emma?
I think they can. And I'm hoping they can after the performance these two put on. I think it would be a nice achievement because they really did come in and pick up the works.
Short, down the leg side again. 4 runs. Oh no, it's not 4
No, it
runs.
is
It's pulled up. Oh, is it 4 runs? It is 4 runs. Really inconsistent bowling here from Mona Lisa. Not getting it right at all.
I think we both thought the fielder would make it. The outfield is a bit slow. But unfortunately Jenna just had a bit more to it.
Yeah, you can't bowl that line and length when you'll find legs in the inner ring as well. Final ball of the innings. On the offside this time, but it's a dot ball more importantly for the Titans. The DP World Lions finishing on 118 for 4 wickets after their 20 over allocation. A really good comeback, I think, from the DP World Lions. They were in a little bit of trouble at 55 for 4 in the 13th over, but this partnership between Jenny Luba and Letaba Beadley really brought them back into the game.
I think both teams can be proud. The Titans started off very well and they still finished well. 120 is a decent score to chase, and I think it's doable. Definitely is doable. The Titans ladies, but I think the Lions can walk with their heads held high because, like you said, after 54 for 4, was it?
Yes.
And then to end on 118 for 5.
Yeah.
Great score, great score. I think the vice captain will be pleased with herself, and her and her partner Letabo Betty can now go and hopefully bring it back in the next innings.
For sure. Titans walking off there. Happy-ish with their work. I think, you know, the last 5 overs, in that last over in particular, going really well, so that to get to that target. But we're here at the Global Cricket Tournament at Irene Country Club, the home of the Irene Villagers. What a great tournament it is proven to be. Great initiative by Titans Cricket and Dr. Jacques Fall and the sponsors that are on board with them. John Deere is the title sponsor. Renault Centurion. Renault actually with Fidelity are 2 of the main sponsors for the Titans in their domestic program. But for this tournament, there's many sponsors on board, which is great to see for the women's game. Lions innings 118. 119 is the target for the Titans. Will resume in 20 minutes time.
We are always thinking of new ways to make our systems smarter, easier and faster. And while we drive innovation, we still believe in the value of face-to-face. Meeting you around your table, getting to know your business, challenges and ambitions, and finding personalized solutions. John Deere Financial provides personalized financial solutions so life can leap forward every season. We are always thinking of new ways to make our systems smarter, easier and faster. And while we drive innovation, we still believe in the value of face-to-face. Meeting you around your table. Getting to know your business, challenges and ambitions. And finding personalized solutions. John Deere Financial provides personalized financial solutions so life can leap forward every season.
Alrighty, good morning and welcome back to the Global Cricket Tournament sponsored by the headline sponsor John Deere Financial, where we are bringing you live commentary and pitch vision on Pitch Vision, sponsored by the Titans. So this is a wonderful initiative, the Global Cricket Tournament by Dr. Jacques Fall and the Titans team. We're bringing you the second innings of day 2, the first game between the Fidelity Titans and the DP World Lions team. My name is Jenna Sill and I am joined by Emma Fenter. Em, good morning.
Good morning, Jenna. Morning, everyone watching. I hope you all enjoyed that innings when the Lions were batting and the Titans were bowling. I know we certainly did. After the Lions had to pick it up. And they gave us a show towards the end.
Yeah, they definitely did. They started well in the power play with just over 30 runs in that power play. They didn't have to risk too many things initially, but they were calm and patient in that power play. But then they did have a bit of a dip with low intent. The incoming of Jenna Lee Libba and Lethabo Bidley, who scored 38 and 21 respectively. So they set a total of 118th, the Fidelity Titans, in the form of the skipper Robin Searle and her opening batting partner Catherine Pryor in to chase 119 yesterday. They had quite an explosive start in the power play against the Eastern Storm team, where in the reduced game of 8 overs were able to score their 61 runs in the 6th over. So it was a really wonderful display of batting by the host team. But to start off the Lions bowling innings, Tsokoloko Matsepe will start with first slip in play next to keeper Rosina Manak. Point, cover, extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, fine leg and third man on the boundary. No square leg in play. Robin Searle to face the first ball of their innings. Back of a length, she plays it into the offside. There's a dive by Tuto Tsibedi, who is the player in. She sat out yesterday's game against Eastern Storm, but starts off her Global Cricket Tournament well with a good piece of fielding on the offside.
Yeah, good start to Robin. She's off the mark. Nothing more you can want from that. I hope these to entertain us just like they did yesterday, but like you were saying, you want them to bat deep and have a long game, but at the same time we do want a bit of entertainment, but I don't think they'll disappoint.
Matsepe holding that beautiful length outside the off stump, and we saw Kaylee Tapp so successful on a similar line and length in the first innings. It is overcast here in Pretoria at Irene Country Club, and so the new ball is seaming and moving as the bowlers put their skill behind the ball. Into the wicket, and it's crunched away by Catherine Pryor, played off the back foot. There's a big chase in the field. Liani Swanepoel, the 12th player on the field for, I'm assuming, Lethabo Bidley, after her batting innings, limped off the field with what looked like a strain to the hamstring, and she puts in a good chase there, allows the Titans to come through for 2.
No, I think it was a cracker shot from Katie Pryor. Unfortunately, she couldn't get the 4, but the outfield is slow. I think she's kicking herself down because that one came out the bat so sweetly.
Yeah, definitely did. As third man comes up into the ring, cover sweeper is put out for Catherine Pryor. Into the wicket again. This time she goes across the line and into that vacant square leg region, but Robin Dormal from mid-wicket comes around and cuts it off. Just one to add to the Fidelity Titans score of for no loss after 4 balls.
Katie Pride definitely missed out on that one. It came just under the bat. I think if she connected, that was in the golf course.
Yeah, definitely. We saw a couple of cracking shots, 6s by Jenna Lee Libba, of similar deliveries as that 4th ball. Robin still deciding to just play with soft hands there.
Smart from the Lions to put that 3rd man up, because as we saw from when the Lions did bat, the Titans let a few runs go through there until Robin Sill clicked and said no, and she put that 3rd man up between slip and point.
She triggers outside the off stump and plays it into the offside. Another good piece of fielding by Tuto Tsibedi at point. A little bit of a fumble, so cover sweeper collects that and they get through for the single to close off the over. 5 for no loss after 6 balls.
It's a good start for the Titans, ladies. I think they'll definitely up the antics in the next few overs. Mutsepe bowled extremely well yesterday, so I don't think they want to come out guns blazing too. As you said, it's overcast, the ball's swinging, and you don't want to be just swinging the hands away because it's an unfortunate wicket to just get caught behind keeper.
Yeah, no, for sure, and especially with the new ball and the white ball, which does swing a lot up front in these overcast conditions. You don't necessarily want to be throwing hands too much at the start of the innings outside the off stump line. But both of these batters are very capable. We spoke a little bit about how they were very successful. Robin Sill winning the Player of the Match award yesterday, and she earned herself a very nice pair of sunglasses sponsored by John Doe, and she has allowed me to use them for the next couple of days when we're out here in the sun. As they're more fashion sunglasses than they are sports ones, but they're a really nice pair.
Yeah, Jenna can commentate in style now. Though there's no need for sunglasses, says me that he's wearing a pair because it is a bit overcast.
Yeah, Kanewi Makake, the skipper of the DP World Lions team, in from the same end she bowled from yesterday. Strays down the leg side, almost identical to her first ball of the day. There's a direct hit, but Robin Sill makes her ground comfortably. And Kanewi Makake started the day off yesterday against the Eastern Storm with a ball that strayed down the leg side, and Pumelelo Mashlawane came off second best to it, however, and was caught behind off the first ball of the day.
It's a good throw from Rosina Manak as a keeper to get the glove off, pick the ball up, throw it in. It's good from her. She also she batted a bit slow today, but I think in the circumstances she couldn't also just let her wicket fall. But we would have liked to see her rotate strike more. But the Lions are playing later on today.
Yeah, they do have a double header. Rosina Manak with 16 of 27 this morning. She anchored the innings well and clipped off the legs by Catherine Pryor. She is in some wonderful form as this will race out into the deep. But Jenna Lee Libba, the batter of the innings for the Lions, retrieves that from just before it connects the rope. The Titans go through for 2.
It's good batting from Katie Pryor. Like you said, she's come off great form. Yesterday she put on a show for us. I think today she has more time to bat. Same with Robin, so I think I can't wait to see what they do later on in the game. But like you said, we do want it to run deep, but these two are looking on a roll.
Yeah, played down the ground there by Catherine Pryor, just giving herself some room, but not connecting it as well as she would have liked. There's a fumble from the bowler. They're looking for the second, but decide against it in the end. And I think had she made proper connection with that one, would have come out to the fielder at long on. Liani Swanepoel would have had to cover some ground as she's quite wide out at long on. Good inventiveness there from Pryor to give herself room, step onto leg stump to give herself.
Also just shows experience.
Yeah, definitely. Cutter into the crease, played into that point region. There's a throw to the non-striker's end. Looking for the second. And an overthrow. They were looking for the second, but Robin Dormal covering ground to do the work and to back that one up.
There's a good fielding piece from Tutu, I think. Is standing in point.
Yeah.
She picked it up, out the hands quick. It is just a bit of an overthrow, but thankfully they didn't get the second, the Titans.
Bit of a full toss there. Freebie for Pryor and a misfield at square leg. Generally Libba goes through the legs there, and the Titans will go through for 2. Catherine Pryor looking in really nice form there, especially off the legs. Going with the full face of the bat and fading with the left arm late on in the shot. which allows her to have access between the gap between square leg and mid wicket.
Bit of a misfield there from Jenna Libber, the vice captain, and you can't be doing that in a game like this. The stakes are high. It's not a high score to to defend. So the Lions.
Opportunity at short third man. Catherine Pryor nicks it off, and Neo Molefe diving forward to. It's not Neo Molefe.
I think it is.
And just diving forward, unable to hold on to that one.
Yeah, like as I was saying, you have to defend such a low total. Your fielding has to be on top of the game. You can't let these drop catches and these misfields in the field, because you're going to look back and you're going to see all the misfields you've made, and they're already sitting on 80 after 12 overs.
Yeah, Victoria Hamonyela, the Namibian international player, with that drop catch. It was a difficult one in the end, and I totally agree with you, Em. If you're going to make so many mistakes in the field, it is going to come back, bite you in the bum a little bit. We did see a drop catch by the Titans out in the deep. Amogelang Mapangula, one of the better fielders in the Titans team. It was a difficult catch. It went high and she had to cover ground. So, 1 for 1. Short and pulled away by Robin Searle. Japanese international Elena Kaisudane doing the work out at a square fine leg green. She covered a lot of ground there, quick across the turf, and the Titans only able to collect 1 to their score.
Yeah, and she didn't have a lot of time to get there. Robin, she pumped that across.
She got low on the knee and really swiped it across the line. Pryor frees the hands, but the Lions have their fielders in the correct spot today, as she plays that straight out to Molefe and the cover sweeper boundary.
Yeah, like you said, the Lions have the fielders in the correct positions. I think if they weren't, there would have been 8 runs, because both of those were hit stunningly.
And Motsepe really hitting the deck hard, bowling the ball into the wicket, trying to get the most out of the surface. I think if she wasn't trying to bowl as hard into the wicket, if she was just going through the motion, she might get a little bit more swing. If she was pitching it up a little bit, then the slip in the form of Jenny Libber would come into play.
Yeah, I think she's bowling a bit of a short length, so the slip isn't really needed because it's going to go right over Slip's head.
Yeah, definitely. And without that flowing, natural kind of flow technique in her bowling action, spin won't, the swing won't come into play. But the 2 Titans batters ticking on nicely. Just overcompensating there. There was a bit of seam off the wicket as it pitched outside the off stump. It was called a wide in the end.
Yeah, I think with this weather, the swing's going to be a bit uncontrollable. But I think, like we were saying about the short balls, and then when she brings it up too much, then it's swinging too much. So she has to find that middle ground.
Yeah, 100%. And she gets a nice length there, cut away beautifully by Robin Searle, and a wonderful piece of fielding there to get a hand on that Tuto Tibedi. That's the fourth very good piece of fielding she's had so far this innings. She's a very agile, compact player, and she takes a big dive to her left to get a hand onto that. That was hit really nicely, so I think it would have raced away for 4 without the hand.
The Lions definitely did put the right fielder in point.
Yeah, just going across the line there. The lack of bounce on that delivery. Katie Pryor played on top of it, completely missing. And that brings up the end of the 3rd over, 18 for no loss. The Titans going at a runner ball. And really good start from both the teams. The Lions asking some decent questions every now and then, but the Titans seem to be on top of those answers.
I think the Titans are looking on par, but the Lions, they're not bowling bad. They're bowling good lines, good lengths. Their fielding is been good so far, except for that unfortunate drop catch. We'll see how the game plays out.
Yeah, for sure. Kanewi Makake to continue. She just went for 7 runs in her first over. She bowls cutters into the wicket. Being the most senior player in this team, she runs in to the fellow skipper that plays it with soft hands into the gap. Beautifully placed back foot drive there. Straight between the fielder at extra cover and middle for an easy single in the end.
I know Robin's definitely a smart player, and she'll just look to rotate strike until her eyes set, and then we might be fetching balls all over the field.
Oh, beautiful straight drive there by Catherine Pryor. Beats the fielder at mid-off, Tokoloko Matsepe. And yeah, she just opened the face of the bat, leaned into it and played it with such elegance and class. Catherine Pryor. And that'll add 4 more to the total.
That was a crack of a shot. Danced down the wicket, placed it between mid-on and extra cover. It's just technique at best.
Just pulling out of a run up there, Kanemi Makake. Just a little bit on Catherine Pryor. In the initial press release for this global cricket tournament, she was not included as any of either the marquee, the under-23 or wildcard players, because the SA players, Masavata Klaas and Annika Bosch, were included. But when they were ruled out because of an SA tour, she got selected for this. And I think the Titans will be glad that she did, because she is showing how good she is. They're looking for the second. It was a bit airborne there off the bat for a little while, but fell short of the fielder at mid-off.
Yeah, mid-off, she's just going to have to go back off the field and put a bit of an ice pack on, because that one's going to leave a nasty bruise. I think it hit her right in the ankle. But yeah, speaking on Katie Pryor, if she was, that would be a bit unfortunate. Look at the form she's in. I mean, hit a few crackers already. Yesterday put on a performance. So I think the Titans are proud that they have her in the team now.
Yeah, played down the ground, and that's a wonderful straight drive by Robin Searle. Just knocking it out, rotating the strike very nicely is Searle. Plays that out to Leonie Swanepoel at long on. Yeah, I think Katie Pryor, just to add on that, has been a little bit unlucky in the last 2.5 seasons, I would say, for the Fidelity Titans. Not getting too many runs and missing out on the starting 11 because of that, but she really has found some nice form for the Titans. She throws hands at it and bisects the fielder at short third and point. They're looking for the second. She's going back for it as there's a small fumble out in the deep by the Namibian international, and they go through for 2. Score 27 for no loss, 1 ball left in the 4th.
Yeah, the Titans definitely aren't allowing dot balls. They're keeping the clock ticking, which is nice. They're not trying to swing at things. It's all just coming naturally to them, and it's so nice to watch.
Yeah, Katie Pryor is such a student of the game. She's always in the net. She's always hitting balls. I think Coach Byron Fraser really does turn the shoulder and throw many balls at her during the week. One of the hardest working players and fittest players in the Titans team. So she deserves all the good things that come her way. Plays that across the line, and there's no one out on that mid-wicket boundary. Catherine Pryor looking as good as she is.
Gosh, picked that line and length up beautifully. Placed it in the gap. There wasn't even a gap. No one was fetching that. So it was a crack of a shot.
Yeah, it definitely was. She picked it up really nicely. Saw the length early on. And that takes the Titans score up to 31 for no loss. Yeah, interesting to see now as the Japanese international player Elena Kuseda Nairn come into the attack. We saw yesterday in the Lions game against the Easterns, she bowled the 16th and the 18th over, or the 17th and the 19th near the end of the innings, and she bowled really well. She had some of the best figures of the day, 2 overs for 7 runs. So she was quite successful in terms of economy for the Lions, and it's nice to see her being brought on in the power play. She has obviously 1 over from that end in the power play. She'll be looking to capitalize. She has backward point and third man in the ring, as well as deep square leg, mid wicket, mid on, mid off, extra cover, and cover out in the deep. But she bowls it full and straight, and it's pulled out to that well-placed fielder at deep backward square. Just get the 1 for that.
Yeah, big change for the Japanese international. I mean, like you said, she came in yesterday in the 16th over, and today she's bowling first change. So I wanted to see more of her yesterday, because like you said, she bowled bowled greatly, had a very low economic status. So it'd be nice to see how she performs today.
Pryor using the feet, gets a bit of an outside edge. There's a chance for the catch, but unable to get to it. A big chase by the Namibian player for the Lions, and gets it in for 2. Good throw in the end. Just one bounce into the keeper. But Catherine Pryor, that's the first time we've seen her kind of miss hits and been given a chance to the Lions, even though it was more of a 10% chance of a catch being taken there. Perhaps a taller player might have.
Yeah,
covered.
thankfully she picked the shorter player in the field, because it would have been sad to see her go.
Okay, looking to go big straight to the mid-wicket fielder. Robin still sliding the bat in, chance of the run out. And good work there by Robin Dormal at mid-wicket.
Yeah, it's Robin versus Robin in this game today.
Yeah, Pryor hitting it straight to Dormal at mid-wicket and choosing to take the run. Robin still really had to take her training wheels off her bicycle and pedal nice and hard.
I should definitely put on the burners in that one.
Long on going out and cover sweeper coming into the ring for Robin Searle. Oh, with that round arm action. Not sure if there was an edge on that, but it went straight through called as buys, so nothing from it. Just pure seam work off the pitch and standing up to the pace bowler Rosina Manak, not able to get a glove for that. And that's 4 buys, adding to the total for the Fidelity Titans.
Yeah, and we touched on this, the letting the free runs go by. The Lions can't afford to lose these free runs. It's a bit disappointing as a bowler to see it go past the keeper.
Nicks it off, and you have to wonder with this drop catch that has been put down whether it is valuable to have the keeper standing up like that. I think maybe the keeper standing up is a good thing, but the player Jenny Libber at slip is definitely way too close. The reaction time of the seam will have to be unbelievable.
No, that's 100% true. And I also think the swing is playing a big role in this, because the international player is not a slow player, and with the weather like this, it's going to swing regardless.
Yeah.
And I think the keeper standing up isn't really helping that case, because now she definitely won't have enough time to react. And like you mentioned with Jenny Libber, as a slip, she's too close.
Yeah, and I do understand why the keeper would be standing up, because both Robin Searle and Catherine Pryor using their feet, getting to the pitch of the ball, that could kind of stop them or make them think twice before they come dancing down the track. But definitely Jenny Libber too close in at slip there, unable to have that good reaction time that she would hope to have. She is quite a fast athletic player, and I'm sure her reactions are good, but to me it just doesn't seem too smart to be standing up where I think a spinner would have their slip with the round arm action of the Japanese player. A lot of swing on play. The chances are that, as we saw, there would be a nick off the outside edge of the batter. But Tuto Tibedi into bowl for the Lions. Her field long on cow corner. Long on is coming up into the ring, so she has cow corner out as well as cover sweeper. Naomi Molefi at cover sweeper, Jenny Libber out on cow corner.
I've played provincial with Tuto, and I think if she gets her length right, because a lot of the time she does tend to over pitch, but I think if she gets her length right today, she might demolish.
Yeah, she's been so good in the field, so we'll see what she can do with the ball. Leg spin, drops it short, and there's no one out at that square leg boundary. Catherine Pryor making sure that gets put away, and that's another 4 to her name. 43 without loss in the 6th over.
Dropped a bit too short for Tuto, and with Katie Pryor and Robin still at the crease, they'll pick up on these little things, and they won't disappoint.
Oh, Tibedi crashes into the pad of Pryor, back pad, and from where we're sitting, we're a little bit off centre, kind of behind mid-off, but the appeal was big and the umpire didn't hesitate at all before lifting the finger. Catherine Pryor, a wonderful knock there. 28 of 17 balls for her. She'll be happy with that, I'm sure. But disappointed to lose her wicket in that fashion.
No, definitely. I think she might be a bit disappointed, because from my angle that did not look out. But like you said, big appeal from the team. Umpire felt it was out. Unfortunately, she has to go for a good score and a great strike rate.
Yeah, very good strike rate. 164, just short of 164 in that strike rate. So wonderful there for Catherine Pryor, which brings into the crease Gandhi Jafta. She was selected for her all-round performances at provincial cricket for the SA emerging team to play against Bangladesh in their 50-over warm-up game before they took on the Proteas in their 50-over campaign. So she's very capable with both bat, and we have seen her successful with the ball so far this tournament. She walks out to the crease in her bright orange shoes, and she'll be looking to make an impact. It was a good ball there to take the wicket of Catherine Pryor. Tutot Sibedi with her leg spin. It didn't look like it turned too much. It actually went on with the arm. Crashed into the pads of Catherine Pryor.
Yeah, with regards to the spinners, I haven't seen much of a turn. I think it's a very flat and hard wicket.
Yeah, it definitely is. So spinners will be looking to get more out of it as the tournament goes and the pitch weathers and tears. It stays low there for Jafta, and spirits are high for the Lions after a good start by the Titans. It's a bit of a confidence boost with the breakthrough of the first wicket of the Fidelity Titans. Slows it down, and Jafta moves to the right of that, goes down the leg side, and it's called a wide. First wide of the innings so far for the Lions, who were really disciplined yesterday in the way they went about their bowling. Tibeti straying down that leg side again, and Jafta making no mistake in putting that away. There's a chase on by Elena Kusidane, but unable to beat the ball to it as it just bobbles over the boundary rope here at Irene Country Club, and Gandhi Jafta gets off the mark with a loose delivery and 4 to her name.
Gandhi Jafta, she saw it straying down leg and she said she's not missing out on this opportunity. I mean, fine legs, they don't even have a fine leg. Square legs in, and it's straying down leg. She just got bad and ball to it and benefited in the end. Nice way to get off the mark.
Dive in by Samantha Swanepoel at extra cover, but with her being down on the floor, gave the chance for that quick single. Gandhi Jafta, really good caller in between the wickets. She has good communication skills.
Good piece of fielding from the Samantha Swanepoel there in cover.
So leaning back onto that back foot and punching that out to the offside. So far, Robin Still has been good at rotating the strike nicely. I think sometimes she is labelled as somebody who doesn't have too much of not an impressive strike rate at all, especially in the 50-over Titans campaign. But she definitely hangs around, and today I think she's been rotating the strike really nicely. So with that single, that brings up the end of the power play. And that also brings up the half-century mark for the Fidelity Titans, 50 up to the team in sky blue.
So just touch on Robin's strike rate in that. I think in a game like this, you're chasing a target of 120. You only need 6 runs and over. So I think strike rotation is more important than hitting boundaries, because when you start to think, let's hit boundaries, you're just going to keep dotting up, putting pressure on yourself, and then you look back and now you need to hit boundaries, and that's when the wickets start to fall. So I think the strike rotation is what the Lions lacked in their innings, and now the Titans have said no, we will strike rotate, and look at them, 54-1 after 6.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and it is easier to rotate the striker after the power play with 4 fielders being allowed out. However, the Lions only have 3 out: cover sweeper, long on, and deep square. Elena Kusedane to continue. Hit hard into the covers, another misfield by Jenna Lee Libber, but it's picked up by Molefi out on the cover sweeping boundary. So they only get through for the single, and that's just as we've seen Robin Still do, just ticking on.
It's a bit unfortunate for Jenna Lee Libber. She's missed 2 today, and I think those days when you can't manage to pick the ball up, the batsmen just keep picking you out, and every time she just tends to miss it. So I think she's probably kicking herself there, but she can be proud of her batting performance.
Yes, she can. When you're having a bad day in the field, the ball does seem to find you. Gandhi Jafta just getting her mark there, making sure she's ready. Sudanese choosing to go for that quick single. Robin Dormal having a shy at the bowler's end. She only had one stump to aim at, but that's a brilliant piece of fielding. Dashing to her left and collecting and crashing into the stumps. A very good piece of fielding. Gandhi Jafta was lucky to be safe there. It was a risky run, but successful in the end for the Titans.
I think there's something to do with Pretoria weather, because the direct throws that have been happening these past 2 days have been insane. I think I've seen more direct throws than I think I've seen catches.
Yeah, perhaps something in the water. Goes hard on the offside, a dive at extra cover, but that is beautiful from Robin Saw. It's rolling out into the deep and rolls over the boundary. A cover drive of perfection, Robin Saw. It was too wide and too full, and she just threw hands at it. And it just rolled on the carpet that is Irene Cricket Club here over the boundary.
Samantha Sonnepoel just jumping over the ball. It's unfortunate. The bowler's probably also a bit upset about that one.
A bit of a London Bridge if they were fine. She would definitely have to take one for that. Yeah, that's a good ball there by Elena Kusediner. And that just defended out to mid-off. Robin Saw respecting the decent delivery. The Japanese international has really impressed me. She's very consistent in the way she goes about her business.
I would like to see her put pads on. I just want to see how she would bat. Because we've seen the Erika Oda from Eastern Storm, and she batted quite well yesterday. 23 off 27, I think it was, or something around there. And they play in the same team.
Yes, they both play for the Japanese national team, the Pandas. Just played off the legs there by Searle to collect the one out to deep square. Yeah, all three of the Japanese players, as well as Akari Nishimura from the Titans, play for the Pandas. Elena Kasuda Nair grew up, she moved to Australia when she was still young, before her schooling years. She spent most of her life in Australia, obviously visiting parents and grandparents in Japan over the years. She's just got a job in youth development in cricket in Japan cricket. So she is working in Japan now. She's very fluent in both English and Japanese, and she's been a bit of a translator for both Erika Oda and Akari Nishimura, who are not as fluent in English.
Have you had a chat with her?
Yeah, Robin Saw, obviously being part of the management for this tournament, we took them out to the Rhino Lion Park on New Year's Day, and they really enjoyed feeding the giraffe that is there at Neck and Deck, which is the restaurant out there. And so we had some good chats and got to know them quite well.
Does she have an Australian accent?
She does.
Oh, that is so cool!
Yes, that was the end of her second over, the end of the 7th, 58 for 1. And Tuto Tubedi will continue her spell. Second over, she has 1 for 11 with the wicket of the breakthrough of Catherine Pryor. She'll go to Robin Searle. Drops it short. It stays low. There's a dive by Samantha Swanepoel, who managed to get a hand to a cracking shot. Gandhi Jafta looking for the second, but Robin Searle not interested in it at all, really, as she just sends her back, accepts the single.
That was a cracker shot from Robin Searle. Yeah. I think if Sam didn't get a hand on it, that would have crashed right past her.
Yeah, into the practice nets here on the side at Irene Country Club. Similar shot there by Jafta, but not getting as much bat on it as Robin did the previous delivery. And a good stop by Swanepoel at extra cover again. Yeah, there have been a couple of youngsters and the coaches here at Irene Cricket Club practicing in the nets to the left of us. It's a really wonderful cricketing vibe out here in Pretoria, this area of Pretoria, as Jafta just knocks one out into the covers for 1.
I think when we got here, the weather wasn't looking too great, but I think all the teams are starting to enjoy it, because to stand in the hot sun in cricket pads and to bowl spell off forward, sometimes it's not always the best thing. And for the DP World Lions, they have to play 2 games. So
yeah, it's their double-header today. And they look in good spirits so far today. We'll see how they cope in their second game. Tosses it up and played nicely by Searle. Oh, there's a chance at a run out, but Tuto Tibedi unable to catch that and break the stumps, just missing on the return of the catch. And I think Robinson was potentially in trouble there. Had the ball.
I think if that was a direct hit, I think Robin would have been walking back to the change rooms. That looked very close from our angle.
Yeah, it was a risky single, but a really good, decent piece of fielding by Tokoloko Matsepe at mid-off. Oh, tossed up very nicely, but played beautifully off the front foot by Jafta, just flowing the hands through that, beating Naomi Lefi out on the cover sweeper boundary, and a wonderful shot. Just that was beautiful. Our producer Leah Bonner sitting next to me, one of the best he's seen so far in the tournament. She had to wait so long for it because it was really tossed up really slow. But that cracking cover drive by Gandhi Jafta. The end of the 8th over 65 for 1.
I think it's always nice to see a spinner matchup when a spinner batsman comes in and faces another spinner, because you know exactly what they're going to bowl. And Gandhi Jafta is an experienced player, so she knows how to pick apart bowlers. And to see any shot hit through the offside, it always just a beautiful shot to see in the end.
Yeah, we have a lovely visual here at Irene Cricket Club of all the supporters that are out to watch this global cricket tournament. And some youngsters playing out. There are a couple of dogs walking around. My beautiful puppy is walking around with my dad at the moment. So a lot of support out here from the team. I'm sure there might be even more tomorrow, being a Saturday for the final day of the Global Cricket Tournament. But we're grateful for the supporters that have been out so far. Elena Kasudane to continue. So playing that out into the offside, but this time Jenna Lee Libber makes no mistake, and
got a bit of a break there for the past 2 overs, and now she's back on it.
Yeah, she pumps the fist, pleased that she was able to have a clean piece of fielding. Full toss played across the line, and not the connection Searle would have wanted. He plays that out to long on Leonie Swanepoel.
I think she got a bit over that. I think she might have missed out on that one. She might be a bit disappointed, but it's okay. 66 for 1 after 8.2. The Titans are looking in good shape right about now.
Yeah, they definitely are. 54 runs to win, 53 runs to win. 11.5 overs. Sedanair just putting that in there, floating it in. And it's a difficult line and length to play, especially when the ball is coming out of the hand relatively slowly. She's not as quick as some of the other bowlers in this team, but she really has shown that as a pace bowler, accuracy is more important than pace.
It's also smart to bring on your slower pace bowlers, especially with such experience.
Slashed at it, but over the heads of Point and short third man, and a chase on. They're coming back for the second, and a good throw in the end by Victoria Hamunyela, who is the fielder who recovered that.
Just short of the boundary, probably sitting at about a metre away. We've seen a lot of that in the corners of the field. It's just barely making it to the boundary.
Yeah, the outfield is slower today than it was yesterday the whole day. Of course, the sun was out majority of the day yesterday. There's some lovely shape on that delivery, but struck beautifully. There's a dive on play, and it looks like it was recovered nicely, but then her boot made contact with the rope in the end. We're having a look at the replay here, but they have not awarded it as a boundary, but a wonderful cricket shot there by Gandhi Jafta. The umpire is just communicating there and deciding against awarding the 4. Oh, chance at a catch at cover, but Samantha Swanepoel putting it down. It was low, a low opportunity there for the Lions player. Just putting it down in the end. The second drop catch of the innings so far, and both, if they had been taken, would have changed the game completely.
Yeah, we spoke about this yesterday, about fielding something you can work on, and in all fairness, it was low to the ground and she did have to get down quick, but it's in a game like this, you can't be dropping those. And she had her hands on it, it just unfortunately slipped through. And I think Jafta and Sil are two key players for the Titans, and to have their wickets fall would be great for the Lions. But unfortunately, it's just not going their way in the field currently. But Sam's come on to bowl, so hopefully she can make up for a drop catch.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. She's just 18 years old. If she can pick herself up after that drop catch and come in with the ball to make a difference. She's setting her field at the moment. We saw her bowl quite economically yesterday. Not a big turner of the ball, but she bowls really slowly, so as a batter you need to generate your own pace. And she's big discussions going on the field. Long off, long on, cow corner and deep square. So uses her feet very nicely. Lovely contact, and just plays that out to Matsepe at long off for 1. I'm really enjoying the way Sil is going about her business. She's just knocking it out to the boundary fielders and easy singles, rotating the strike really nicely.
She's going at just under 100 strike rate.
Yeah, 21 of 25. Just short and pulled across, but Robin Dormel, who we've seen to be brilliant in the field this morning.
Yeah, playing club cricket with Robin, she doesn't let many go past, and when she does, she really does beat herself up about it.
Cut nicely into the covers, but finds the hands of Neo Malefi. Yeah, playing junior cricket with Robin Dormel was an interesting experience. She plays a hard game of cricket, but she, similar to Alasia Reid, holds herself to really high standards and plays an impressive game of cricket.
I heard you talking to Ken saying you guys didn't get along.
Yeah, not always, but we batted really well together.
Yeah, a bit of a competition.
Misfield that extra cover, and they come through for the single. I don't think we disliked each other. We just had different opinions, and we went about our games in very different ways. Neither opinion was incorrect, just different. Shot by Robin Sil, leans onto the back foot and blasts it into the covers. And Neo Malefi just misses it completely through the legs. And that's another 4 to Robin Sil. She goes up to 25 of 26 with that strike rate increasing ever so slightly.
It's a poor effort from the Lions in the field. I mean, we've seen them miss a few, put down a few, and I think that's what's going to catch them out in the end, defending such a low score.
Yeah, for sure. Robin Sil just dancing down there and playing it out for 1. She's been so good at rotating and making sure she hits the boundary. So thank you for the chat, Em. It was wonderful to be on air with you, and I will now be joined by Karen Smithies.
Hello, Jenna.
Good morning.
Oh, it is still good morning. Yeah, but it was afternoon already.
Yeah, with the overcast conditions, it's kind of difficult to tell where the sun is.
It is indeed. Good start from the Fidelity Titans.
Yeah, very
I'm
good
sure
start.
the bonus point is on the horizon in their thoughts.
Yeah, definitely.
From this
in the
stage.
thoughts. Yeah, they were able to get that bonus point yesterday against Eastern Storm, and they'll be looking to get it again. But how good has Robin Sil been so far this tournament?
Yeah, she's really showing her experience, her talent. She's actually obviously the captain of the Fidelity Titans, but you know, she is really the anchor in this batting lineup.
Yeah, she is. We have a lot of chats at home about how she goes about her game, and yeah, obviously she's doing majority of the work. She faces the Namibian international Victoria Hamunyela into bowl. There's a misfield by Samantha Swanepoel in the covers, and they come through for a single.
Yeah, and a good scoring rate today, 100% strike rate, pretty much. Joined now by the vice captain, Gandhi Jafta, also keeping that 100% strike rate.
Yeah, just a little on the Namibian international Victoria Hamunyela. She's bowling right arm off spin. She has 51 caps for the Capricorn Eagles. And and 48 wickets in those 51 games. Gandhi Jafta just playing this out into the covers for one.
She's played quite a lot of cricket for just 20 years of age.
Yeah, she really has. With an economy of 4.28 and a best figures of 4 for 8 in her 4 overs against Nigeria in Rwanda in 2001. So yeah, at this young age of 20, she is quite experienced.
Yep, another change in the field coming. One being taken from the offside onto the onside. Massive gaps there on the leg side.
Yeah, both deep square and deep mid-wicket out. And they've just put Samantha Swanepoel in at mid-wicket on the inner ring. Robin Searle uses her feet and plays this out. Kanemi Makake at mid-off shies at the stumps. And Robin Searle lucky to get home safely. I think a direct hit would definitely have made things interesting.
And I think that's been quite a difference, Jenna, for me, between the two sides as well. You know, the Titans batsmen have been looking for that single, rotating the strike as much as they can.
Jafta stepping across to that offside, looking for the quick single into extra cover this time. And again, another risky single, but turning out well for the Sky Blues. Putting the Lions fielders under pressure early.
Yeah, sure, it really shouldn't be a single there, to be fair, Jenna. They're in that inner ring, and it's...
Still using her feet, there's a top edge, but a good catch in the end, falling back. And Tuto Tibedi grabbing her hamstring as she looks to have hurt herself. But that's a breakthrough, the second one for the Lions, and they'll be really glad with that, as the experienced Robin Searle has to walk back to the gazebo, I would say change room, but they are under the Global Cricket Tournament gazebo out here at Irene Cricket Club. And a really well-deserved innings there by Robin Searle.
Yeah, it was a flighted delivery, wasn't it? She looked to move her feet and hit it over that mid-off cover area. But just couldn't quite get through to it and really got an edge, topped an edge to that short third man area.
Yeah, she
was a good innings.
Yeah, I think maybe she was looking to accelerate a little bit to bring about the bonus points. Kaz, what are the bonus point rules?
So the team batting second, they look to get the score by the 16th over. 16th. So chat in the Titans camp before I came on to comms with they're looking to go for it. To chase this this bonus point down. So really 5 overs to go, pretty much 40 runs. So looking around 8 and over to do that. Probably that wicket will probably let them think a little bit more now, I guess. It depends if they lose another quick wicket, but I'm sure, with just 2 wickets down, it's something that they've got to look at and go for.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll definitely still be thinking about it, especially with the youngster Amogelang Mapangula out in the middle. We saw her hit a massive 6 over long on yesterday, so she's certainly capable of coming in with wonderful intent and looking to hit boundaries from the get-go.
Amo, as she's affectionately known in the group, in the team.
Yeah, she's such a wonderful human. She dyed her hair blue a couple of weeks ago.
I can't keep up with her actually, Jenny, with the hair colour.
Yeah,
it's a wide delivery first up for her.
Yeah, she pushed that out really wide. Amogelang just getting a look at the white ball as it goes past her. Pushes it wide again, but throws hands and looking to get through that offside field. Jenna Libber making no mistake this time as she cuts that off. And that ends off the 11th over with a dot ball, 82 for 2. With Amogelang Mapangula just facing one ball, not yet off the mark. And Gandhi Jafta doing really well, doing a grand job for her team, 18 from 17. Samantha Swanepoel to continue from what we have named as the clubhouse end. Who won over 7 runs from it. Long off, long on, cow corner, deep backward square. She really tossed that up, didn't she?
She gives it a lot of flight.
Yeah, Gandhi
Just pushed
Jafta.
down the ground there for one.
Yeah, she had to wait really long.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, but she did well.
They say when the ball goes above your eye line, that's when it, really becomes quite difficult actually to keep on it. But I'm quite amazed with these fields, generally, to be fair, on the leg side. For me, it puts a lot of pressure on the bowler. On the leg side, there's 4 fielders, 3 boundary riders, and just 1 in that mid-wicket area.
It does open up nicely as she hits that straight back at the bowler. And that's her second drop catch of the day. That one came back really hard at Samantha Swanepoel.
The Lions have to take their catches, I'm afraid. Punched strongly down the ground by Amaleng.
This time deciding to defend with soft hands.
Some more circumspect and decided to just defend.
Long off coming up into the ring. Just to put pressure on the Titans batters.
Again, another flighted delivery outside the off stump this time and sweetly hit over the inner ring through the mid-off area for 4 runs.
Yeah, Mapangula making no mistake there. She realised that there were no fielders out in the boundary on the offside and took full advantage of that. Really sweetly hit out the middle of that MRF bat that she has there. I do believe it's on loan from Coach Byron Fraser. He names his bats after serial killers, which I think is a bit strange. But it's definitely working for Amor.
I'll have to have a chat with him about that, Jenna, I think. But yeah, she waited for it actually, didn't she? There was flight there, it was wide of the off stump, but waited for it beautifully. Again, more flight this time. Hit towards the leg, on the leg side. One of the boundary fielders there coming in to keep it to just the 1. But Amacheleng is on her way.
Yeah, she's a really exciting player. She's looking for runs at every opportunity. As you can see her standing on screen, ready to run with her partner Gandhi Jafta.
Again, flight, made into a full toss, punched down the ground just for 1. But another good over for the Fidelity Titans. 7 coming from it. It's the end of the 12th over, it's 89 for 2.
Yeah, Gandhi Jafta rotating the strike really nicely for her more explosive partner Amogelang Mapangula, who had a chance put down in that over by Samantha Swanepoel. It was crunched straight back at the bowler, who wasn't able to hold on to it. But Victoria Hamanyula will continue from the golf course end. Yep, the Lions senior group, if you can call them the senior group, has done a little chat there as to their next plan. They do need wickets. Yeah, they definitely do. This is a partnership that they need to break. So it's building really nicely as balls are bowled. Short third man in play. Again, similar kind of field though for that leg side field. 3 boundary riders, mid wicket in the ring. Short wide on the offside. Struck away to the backward point fielder just for the single. Yeah, and that's one thing Hamacheleng will do as well. You know, she will look to rotate that strike every ball she pretty much faces. Oh, hit hard there. Just freed the hands up and played that beautifully through the covers. There's no sweeper out there on the offside, and she takes full advantage of that. Found the gap beautifully. It was airborne, but really in no reach of any of the Lions fielders, and that adds 4 more to her name. She goes up to 9. Yeah, loose delivery, wasn't it? Short and widens outside the off stump. Asking to hit me. They have sent a fielder out on the offside. Generally Libba riding the boundary over there. So 3 fielders still out on the leg side. Short and wide and played out there again, but it will be retrieved by Jenna Libba out on the boundary just for 1.
which is why I like to think these kind of players, Jenna, can really use this as experience. Short and wide delivery again, but this time Gandhi Jafta, annoyed with herself there, couldn't get hold of it, just lobbed it up really to, again, that backward point fielder.
Yeah, Tuto Tibedi with her third catch, third wicket. She's been part of all 3 wickets today. She sat out yesterday in the game against Eastern Storm, but really making a mark and making sure that she comes through and contributes to her team today. But well batted by Gandhi Jafta. She scored 21 of 21, but in the end fell short to the Namibian international and the safe hands of Tuto Tibedi.
Yeah, and it's the wicket that the Lions needed. I still think, though, the Titans have this opportunity still to go for this bonus point. Amalang Mafungu, he's joined by another youngster in the Titans setup, Simone Lawrence.
Yeah, she is an exciting talent. She opened the batting for the under-19 SA team in the under-19 World Cup early on in 2023. And she scored a 50 in one of those games and a couple more runs in the others, even though she didn't reach those half-century marks. She also scored 100 for the Fidelity Titans in the 50-over game against the Lions at the Wanderers.
Special knock that was.
Yeah, it really was. She did come through and played quite a responsible innings.
Wide. Given for her first ball, but she's one of those, you know, she's an athlete. Anything she turns her hand to, she's pretty good at.
Hello.
Another wide. It's the second wide in the over. But she kept yesterday. She's the keeper.
Yeah, she's also excellent in the field. She also throws javelin at school level. She's also part of the hockey team at school. I'm sure she's good with a hockey stick as well.
I'm sure my CEO, Dr. Jacques Frawley, keeps saying, Kaz, we need to get a fast bowler into this setup, and we need to find a javelin thrower. So maybe we found one, Jenna. Huh? But she's a keeper.
She's a keeper. Oh,
Straight
beautifully
delivery
played.
there, yeah.
Yeah, there's a chance on the boundary to cut off the boundary, and it would have been a decent stop, but it just rolled into the boundary in the end. And it is a given 4. So Simone Lawrence off the mark with a sweep shot as it beats the fielder out at deep backward square.
There was a valiant effort in the field there. But
Then
unfortunately, couldn't really get fully behind it and trickled into the rope.
it is 100 up for the Fidelity Titans, 101 for 3 after 13 overs. And this 13 over mark brings about Elena Kuseda Nair, who bowled really nicely up front, I suppose you could say, as her figures were 3 overs for 17 runs, with an economy just under 6 to the over.
Okay, and then just ask for you.
So just 18 runs needed to reach the target, and I would say within the 3 overs.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely possible, going at a runner ball.
To get that bonus point.
Mapangula on strike. Hasn't faced Kusedane so far this game. She has in the net though, as the Japanese players did train with the Fidelity Titans over the last couple of days. Crashes into the pad and a little bit of an appeal, but definitely down leg, and the umpire shakes his head almost immediately.
I actually spent some time with the Japanese players during the recent test match at Supersport Park. Elena was telling me she's just moved back to Japan from Australia.
Oh, beautifully struck, but looking at the fielder, and it's dropped out at long on. Leonie Swanepoel unable to hold on to it. Amogelang hit that out the middle of the bat, and it hit the hands hard on the Lions youngster out in the deep.
Yeah, they went straight to the fielder, didn't really have to move. Unfortunately, didn't get really in a good position to take that, and another catch has gone down.
Yeah, really unfortunate here for the Lions team. 4th catch being put down. Oh, throwing hands at that, finding the outside half of the bat, but it lands in no man's land as they come back for the second. That's really good running by the youngsters in blue out in the middle as they come back for the second.
Yeah, straight delivery, trying to look to hit that over onto the onside, but sliced it. Away for 2, but Jenny, I agree with you. Really good, urgent run in by these 2 youngsters.
Slices it up again, but again falling just over the heads of the Lions players. Tuto Tebedi collecting it and come through for another 2. A really good throw out in the deep by Tuto Tebedi as it came into the keeper without a bounce.
Simone Lawrence has decided anything up there, she's going to go for. It's the way to go, Jenna.
Yeah, she has such a fluent swing of the bat. She definitely can hit through the ball.
This time a full toss.
Struck
It
nicely.
down to the mid-on boundary. Good field in there this time.
Yeah, Liani Swanepoel coming across nicely with a slide on the knees to collect that. Elena Kusedene will be happy that her team is supporting her at least on the ground in the field, even though they haven't been able to hold on to any of the catches. Played across the line there, but straight to Robin Dormel at square leg for a dot. To end off the 14th over, 107 for 3. Captain Robin Sill from the side to our right, encouraging their players to go for the bonus point, saying they need 12 runs off 12 balls.
And yeah, with just those 3 wickets down, should be something that they would comfortably achieve.
Yeah, and they did in the previous over manage to get 6 from it, run a ball, so without much risk. So I don't think it's too much of a mammoth task for them. Tuto Tebedi changing ends as she's coming from the golf course end. Slow leg spin, right arm leg spin to Simone Lawrence.
Yeah, she was quite expensive in those 2 overs, going 9 runs per over. Just hit away there onto the onside. Beat the inner ring just for a single.
Simple cricket at the moment.
I'm not sure if the Lions are aware of this bonus point because there don't seem to be not a lot of pressure out there.
No, not at all really. They are calling
Here we go. Yep.
square leg in. And they are sending long off out to the boundary. So another fielder in the ring on the leg side. I'm sure you'll be pleased with, Kaz. Dropped short, but she had no chance of that at square leg. Perhaps had she been out on the boundary, she would have had some more time to get to it. But well played there by Amogilang Mapangula. Just swept that across the line and found the boundary.
Maybe she should have stayed there, Jenna, but I like the intent by the Lions. They've got to put some form of pressure onto the Titans to not get this bonus point.
Mapangula showing us that she is a 360 player. She's able to hit hard, straight down the ground, as well as playing some sneaky sweep shots.
She's just a busy cricketer, isn't she? In the field and as a batter as well. Tried to pull again. Shortish delivery. Didn't quite get hold of it. But just for the single. So 6 runs off this over so far, which is what they want. To get that bonus point, the Fidelity Titans, that is. So well on the way to doing that.
Yeah, Mapangula, she's a busy cricketer. She's also a happy cricketer. I don't think I've ever seen her without a smile on her face. Hit hard back at the bowler, but recovered well by mid-off, and Tebedi just rubbing her hands there.
Yes. Her hands were cold, they're not anymore. When I first came into the fold, Ama Khaleng reminded me of Aya Gokamani, who plays for the Titans. call him my little pocket rocket. Oh, it's a chance
Hit
again.
hard back at her and falling back with the force of the white ball and unable to grab it.
It was really hit hard by Simone Lawrence, back to the bowler. But unfortunately, another one goes down. She's definitely got warm hands now, don't you know?
Yeah, quick single into the leg side, and had that square leg player been in play, they're looking for the second.
Really great running there
And
by
they
these
get
two.
through. Yeah, the Lions players slow off the mark there. Didn't get that in particularly quickly at all, and the Titans recognised that and took full advantage of it. So a really good over in the end.
There was 8 runs coming from it. 5 overs to go, but I think that's all elementary. Just the 1 over to pick up the 4 runs needed for victory and the bonus point. But yeah, really good running there by these two. Ran the quick one hard. See that the fielder was a little slow in getting to the ball and took her on and managed to get a comfortable second.
Yeah, very good awareness and communication between the two players out in the middle. Samantha Swanepoel to continue from the clubhouse end. Tosses it up and goes on the sweep. But must have maybe hit the leg, as it wasn't called a wide down the leg side.
Oh, again. Flight offered. Full toss. And Michelin couldn't really get out of it.
Yeah, she
Just
didn't,
come through for the single.
yeah, she didn't get hold of it at all, but yeah, managed to hit it into some space to get through for the easy one in the end.
Beautifully swept there by Simone Lawrence. That should be the game. It's a boundary 4 to finish up with.
Yeah, really wonderful shot there to end off the game. Simone Lawrence, and that'll be the second win of the tournament for the Fidelity Titans, this time against the DP World Lions. And big high fives and hugs under the gazebo for the Fidelity Titans.
Yeah, convincing win there by the home side, Fidelity Titans. They'll be happy with that performance, both with bat and ball. Showed their experience. They've got a few experienced players within their ranks, along with some youngsters coming through, but all in all, a really solid performance by them.
Yeah, it was really good by the host team, and we would just like to thank a couple of sponsors. The main sponsor of the Global Cricket Tournament, John Deere Financial, as well as John Doe, Koi, Renault Centurion, the Baron Bar and Grill, and IXU. And we feel really honoured to be part of this, and it's been wonderful commentating with you, Kaz, so thank you.
It's you too, Jenna.
And we will be back for the second game of the day, where the DP World Lions will take on the Eastern Storm team. And that game is due to start at 1:30.
At 1:30, yeah.
1:30. Cool. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your lunch break, and you will hear from us in just over 2.5 hours.
1 hour and 3/4.
Hour and three.
Yeah, it's
Maths.
still morning, by the way. See you later.
We are always thinking of new ways to make our systems smarter, easier, and faster. And while we drive innovation, we still believe in the value of face-to-face. Meeting you around your table. Getting to know your business, challenges, and ambitions. And finding personalized solutions. John Deere Financial provides personalized financial solutions so life can leap forward every season.